Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today, fair warning, it's going to be a pretty boring video. Basically, we're going to play the missions where we need to explore the Watchtower, if I'm not mistaken. So just a bit of fair warning. Like you can see the welcome to the Watchtower mission. That's probably what we'll do. But first, let's go pick our mail. Aw, Martian Manhunter gave us a pair of pants that we don't need. Oh, let's keep the hammer for the style for now. Not sure why all the colos says 0 health, 0 power. But if that's the case, no point in keeping them. I'll keep the shotgun for the style as well. Well, let's repair as well. So basically we need to go to the Watchtower. We're going to do some pretty boring missions. So again, oh, there's a nice Magneto here. Ah, ain't that sweet. So for those of you who still get lost in the Watchtower, I guess this would be a useful video. Normally we were doing those missions at level 9, but as you can see I was able to get to level 14 before reaching those missions. And I probably could have gone up in level a bit more if I had played various missions from my on-duty menu. Oh no, not available yet. Oh yeah, okay. So if I played those missions first, I could actually be a higher level than 14 when doing the Watchtower missions. I'm not sure if we can skip that. I guess not, since the idea is pretty much to get you to explore the Watchtower. Oh yeah, and just as a refresher for those who may not know, basically the loadout I'm using is a Frost Slam, Snowball, Deep Freeze, Resonating Gale, Reflection, and Heat Vision. I especially like Heat Vision. There's quite a few people tonight, and it's fairly late, so normally I wouldn't be really surprised, but at this hour, yeah, I took a bit of a detour. Sorry about that. We'll probably go talk to our friend, the Huntress. Martian Manhunter gave us a thumbs up, and he's sweet. I'm not sure why we don't see Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Doesn't matter. So let's talk to our friend the Huntress. She will tell us about investigations and briefings and all that good stuff. So let's take 1 second and do our mission. It's pretty quick. You just come here. You don't even need to click on the investigation. Just being here triggers the mission, as you saw. But since we were there, may as well pick up the investigation as well. And again, not sure why some missions you need to complete manually. Oh, and we reached level 15. We probably gained a skill point, but I will finish my missions first, and then after a while, I will once I finish all the missions, I will assign my skill points. Oh, wrong way. Too much talking, not enough paying attention. It happens. So basically, we're looking for this little console here. So down here, you have a whole bunch of vendors that will sell you a whole bunch of styles. Again, I'm not sure why we don't see them in this cinematic. Not a big deal, as long as you know they're there. Like you can see, all the consoles on there. Basically, they have not all, but most of the styles that you can get at character creation. If you want to get them later in the game, those consoles will have a whole bunch of them. Again, they don't have all of them for some reasons. Some of the other styles that you need, you will get from various missions and various rewards. We need to go down, I think. And it's not just also a matter of going to the right place. You have to go to the right place using the appropriate path that it wants you to take. So if I had taken like there's another doorway I could have used to get here. But if I had used that doorway, I would not have triggered the mission. These vendors here are now obsolete. Although there is still the legend vendor that still works and where you can still purchase legend characters. But those two vendors are pretty much obsolete now. And before I forget, let's go pick up our mail. Aw, we got a nice ring. The aquacultural area is pretty much where you need to go to respec your skills if you need to. Also, you have the style vendors. There's a lady selling a whole bunch of hairstyles. There's one vendor that's selling the styles from the Watchtower vendors, and there's one vendor selling the rare styles that we can get playing missions. Just for those who don't know, this lady sells a whole bunch of hairstyle. So if you don't like the hairstyle your character has, you can come here and purchase a whole bunch of them. This one sells rare styles that you can get in the game, but if you're unlucky, it could happen that some of those styles never drop. So if you get tired of trying to get them using the random number generator, you can purchase them from him. And the vendor Unit Zero is selling pretty much all the styles that you have in the Watchtower. This little guy will sell them, but you can only buy them once you're one or two levels above the level of the style. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. If you ever go to a vendor and you don't see anything, quite simply, it's because you don't have the combat rating to purchase the style. It's pretty much that simple. Now my controller is dying on me, so just give me a sec. There we go. If you've noticed, we saw a pretty cool spawn looking character.
So there you have it. Justice League Watchtower. You're now part of a mighty, heroic tradition. Welcome. Make us proud. I'm sure we'll...
So now we're going to do their R&D mission. As you can see, R&D is research and development. So let's go talk to that little guy over here.
even create some support items.
Basically, this is where you learn about crafting and somewhat how to use it. Then I'll show you everything. There's some bit of trial and error, and there's a few things you have to discover for yourself. Although I did make quite a few videos about crafting, so if you need more information about that, I have a few videos. Although some of them might be a bit outdated, I'll probably try and make more recent videos on the subject at some point. And once you finish the R&D mission, as you can see, there's your friend Ambush Bug who wants you to play the vault. Oh, and also they gave us... that explains it. So here you can see we got the replacement mod box. I'm not going to use it at this point because I don't think it's going to give me much of anything. I'll keep it for much later down the line. And there's a pretty cool Superman character here. So let's see. So our friend Ambush Bug is going to give us a vault ticket. But before we use that ticket, normally we should be able to go by ourselves. So let's do that. Brawling, not the best weapon to use when you're in the vault. The best weapon is most likely dual pistols. With dual pistols, you just go full auto and you pretty much destroy every gift in the vault. There are people who sometimes will carry a pair of pistols just for that, for when they do the vault. I'm not that crazy. I don't need to save 20 seconds from doing the vault. Sometimes some powers will break the gifts and some powers don't. There's a bit of trial and error to find out which is which. And usually, if you have vault tickets, I strongly suggest once you're done with the vault, don't exit right away. Just equip your vault tickets, and you can start over without. Basically, you're saving yourself one loading screen. Actually, two loading screens. May not seem like much, but if you play on PS3, the loading time on PS3 is really slow. So basically these are tricks that you develop when you're playing on PS3 and you have some really long loading time. You try to minimize the loading time as much as possible when that happens. But if you play on PS4 or if you have a powerful PC, loading times are not as much an issue, but they can still, but still, if you can avoid a loading time, why not? It's not game breaking, but it's one of those quality of life thingy that makes your life a bit less annoying. And there was a bit of a delay for that gift. That was strange. So before we exit, let's see what we got. We got a cape we already had. Some gloves, a helmet, boots, and pants. And usually as you level up, you gain a few things like radar enhancers, R&D scanners, and all that good stuff. We'll wait for a bit before even using any of those. So let's continue. So that should complete the ambush bug mission. So let's see what will be next. So next we're going to go set up our lair. So you saw we're doing the homestead mission. Right now we don't have much options. We have the Gothic or the Deco lair. I have a whole bunch of other lairs, but I'll do that some other time. I'm gonna have to redeem a lot of them. So this being our friend Supergirl, let's go to Metropolis. Let's try and find ourselves a nice place where we can go to. So you can see some of the bases require cash. Some even require, or do they? There used to be a few bases that required marks of victory. I guess no more. Decisions. Oh yeah, as you can see, okay, the Science Spire requires 25 marks of victory and 3,250 cash. Let's go for this one. So this mission normally should show us how to be able to decorate our base. It should show us how to somewhat use our armory, in theory. I'll show you how you can customize the color of your emblem. Although there's this weird bug where sometimes I'll go into my base and I'll have the emblem of some of the previous character I played that day. Not sure why it does that. So you go into decoration mode and you see the L1 should open the color menu. And from there we should be able to, first we should be able to choose the emblem we want. And we should be able to change the colors. So let's change that to red. And I don't, there we go. I'm not sure why it seems to be bugged, of course. Oh well, I'll show it to you some other time. But sometimes it just bugs and there's nothing you can do about it. It's sad, but what can you do? So I'm not going to worry too much about where I place items. Basically, the game only wants to see that to see if you can place those items. At first, you have to put them in those colored circles. But once you place 20 items, like you see down the screen, so you see markers to unlock free placement. Once you put in 20 items, it will unlock free placement, and that means that you're going to be able to put your items anywhere you want. So let's complete that mission. And now the armory. So they're giving us one free armory. Everyone gets one. But one armory by itself, not that useful. So you have little choice but to purchase a second armory. I have at least a few videos about armories. Again, you need to put the armories in those little colored circle. But at some point, once you unlock free placement mode, you're going to be able to put your armory anywhere you want. So let's see. And also you need to show that you can use the generator. So let's do that. So the generator is that thingy here. I'm not going to waste money just yet putting points here. There's no point. I'm not using it. I don't have any mods. So we're going to wait for that. And here we could have our 4 armory builds. Again, I have a few videos explaining that, but at some point I'll probably make a more up-to-date version. So we're going to imprint our character into this armory. There we go. So you can see we have our armory over here. And then we're going to rename it. That's going to be our DPS armory. So let's rename it DPS. And also we can give it a little emblem. So usually I'll go for something like this. Could just be me misremembering. I don't remember seeing this one, but I probably was there before. So as you can see down the screen, you can see that I changed the emblem of the imprinted build. So you can see the name as DPS, the title known, the power none, brawling, damage. I'm not sure why it says none to power, but anyway. So if I was to make some changes to my Supergirl character, let's do that. If I was to change, let's say, our chest piece to something else, let's go for that. And then I decided to get back to the build I had. I would just need to use my armory. And of course, if I had multiple armory, I could have like 4 build that I would have access to at any time, just by pressing L2 and R2. So you press L2, R2, that comes up, and then you can use your armory. So let's complete the mission here. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Oh, I guess we had to do the armory first and then the generator. Sometimes there's a certain order in which you have to do certain steps. So there we go. Just to be on the safe side. So here I could take this little DPS thingy and put it anywhere I want to. I'll just leave it here because why not? So now we should be good. So as you saw, you need to set up your armory first and then go activate the generator to complete the mission.
Heads up, there's trouble in the Tomorrow district. Circe's bestiamorphs are all over the area, which
And that's pretty much it for the boring video.
Town safe house can give you further instructions.
I will try to. I would be tempted next time to just continue to play my missions like the World of Tomorrow or explore the Queensland and all that good stuff. But if I feel brave, I might decide to try Area 51 or Gorilla Island or the Hive mission. Basically, I would have to go into the on-duty menu, go to 4-player missions. There's these 3 4-player missions I have access to. Or I could go into Arena or Legends PvP and go do some PvP at this point. And of course, there's these missions that we have. So if I feel brave next time, I might decide to do to try Area 51, and I might do some PvP at some point. We'll see. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.